Good morning. For all who are here with us at our headquarters, as well as you who are able to join us online, welcome to the World Messianic Church of America, Miroku Association's Paradise on Earth service, combined with our monthly appreciation service. We are here today to express our gratitude to God in Meishu Sama for the protection, help, and countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask permission to serve the divine plan for this coming month. Please remain seated and pray along silently for the opening prayer.
Great God of light, with our deepest respect, we have gathered here at the Miroku Association headquarters to celebrate our Paradise on Earth celebration combined with our monthly appreciation service. We humbly offer you our prayers of praise, appreciation for protection, help, and the countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask for permission, guidance, and inspiration to serve in your divine work of the construction of paradise on earth. Please accept the materialization of our gratitude through our in-person and virtual presence, our monetary offerings, and by guiding our relatives and friends. Please give us the strength and wisdom to practice this year's guidelines in our everyday life, helping others dedicate themselves to the construction of paradise on earth through our prayers of practices of faith is the path to our salvation. May we receive greater light and spiritual strength to realize Meishu Sama's ideals in our hearts, our homes, and our communities, so we become effective instruments of your divine light to bring happiness to everyone around us. Please allow us to spread the desire to create paradise on earth to all of North America. May the new age of happiness and everlasting peace, where love, goodwill, and understanding prevail, soon become a reality.
We will now present the pine branch offerings, symbolizing our gratitude for our shelter and clothing. The first pine branch will be offered by the President of the World Messianic Church of America, Reverend Marco Negrão. Representing all participants, Lilian Rodriguez Martinez. Please stand and join for the bows and claps. Please remain standing and join us for the Amatsu Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the prayer for paradise on earth, on pages 11 and 28 of your prayer book.
Taka amahara ni kamuzumarimasu.
Kamurogi kamurogi no mikoto mochite Sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto Tsukushi no himuka no tachihana no Odo no ahagi hara ni Misogi hara
Miroku o mikami
Mamori tamae saki hae tamae Miroku o mikami Mamori tamae saki hae tamae
Oshie mi oya nushi no kami
Mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie mi oya nushi no kami Mamori tamae saki hae tamae
Kamnagara
Tamachi haemase Kamnagara Tamachi haemase
In deep reverence, we acknowledge the fact that the great God of light has appeared and will continue to appear on earth in many different manifestations in order to fulfill his plan of establishing paradise on earth. God will dispel all of the earth's spiritual clouds, will cleanse all the sins and impurities from both the spiritual and the physical realms, and will bring about the ideal world of paradise on earth, one filled with light, everlasting joy, and happiness everywhere. A world all humanity and every living creature has longed for throughout the ages. In this paradise there will be perfect weather all year round, with a gentle breeze blowing every fifth day, and rain falling every 10th day, without storms of any kind. Because of God's boundless love, all evil spirits and misguided ones will realize their mistakes and submit themselves to divine rule. All that practice will cease, and all wrong laws will be corrected. Because negative force will be awakened to truth, and realize released from their attachment and undue desires, all forces of light will be able to fulfill their missions unhampered. Even nature itself, its mountains, rivers, and foliage will be influenced by the love of God. All life and insects will have their rightful places and will enjoy their individual lives. Such is the state of the true ideal world. In the sky overhead, birds of heaven will be seen flying, and auspicious clouds will float along, portending happy events. On earth, countless beautiful flowers will fill air with their lovely fragrance. Holy sanctuaries of the God of light in the sacred grounds will be soaring into the sky, and countless magnificent miracle centers and the sacred homes of light will fill all the towns on earth with their golden tiled roofs glittering in the sun. This is truly the picture of paradise on earth. Everyone will have found the harvest, and their storehouse will be full of grains. Fish are caught in abundance. Happy voices will be heard everywhere, and everyone will enjoy life to the fullest. Boundaries between countries will disappear. Envies between races and all conflicts will vanish like bucket dreams. All people on earth will become one under the rule of the great God of light. All will be placed in God's loving arms. In our daily work and livelihood, we will be guided by God's intelligence and wisdom. We will all enjoy prosperity by doing good deeds, helping others, and accumulating virtues. Without needing to rely on medicine, we will be blessed with health and longevity. Oh God, please bless us with your great love and boundless benevolence, and help us to live in accord with your will. We pray from our innermost hearts that paradise on earth may be a reality. Great God of light,
Protect us and bless us with supreme happiness.
our founding spiritual father, Meishu Sama,
Protect us and bless us with supreme happiness.
in accordance with your will.
Radiate our souls with your divine light.
Please be seated. We will now receive Group Joreh. Jorei is now concluded. Let us listen to a teaching of Meishu Sama.
Kindness and courtesy. The qualities that are most lacking in people today are kindness and courtesy. Those who serve in God's work should pay particular attention to this. There is an easy way to tell how much your spiritual awareness has grown and to what degree your spiritual body has been purified. When you find yourself shunning conflict and becoming more courteous and kind, and this disposition is reflected in your attitude towards others, it is a sign that your spiritual awareness has been expanded. Herein lies the value of true faith. Those who have grown to this level will win the love and respect of others, impressing them as being living examples of their faith. As we observe the secular community, we see that these qualities of kindness and courtesy are greatly lacking. Wherever we look, we notice much unpleasantness being expressed, such as fault-finding, hatred, or censure. Courtesy is particularly lacking among people in general today. They appear to be interested only in their own benefit. They like to expose the weaknesses of others. They are argumentative, and they do not seem to care if they are disliked. From this fact, we can conclude that permissiveness has gone too far and has reached the point of total self-indulgence. Worst of all, so many of these people have a special liking for exposing the mistakes and failures of others and rejecting them, and they show very little compassion. With the increase of individuals like this, society in general is becoming cold and pessimistic. It seems to me that this is the one reason so many more people have committed suicide in recent years. A truly civilized society is one in which people live with the chivalry code as their principle, as in England, or by philanthropic ideas, as in the United States of America. When the number of such individuals increases to the point where moral principles are adhered to by society as a whole, a genuinely pleasant world will become a reality. Such a world can be called a true paradise on earth, and it is within our grasp. Nowadays, the tourist industry is being promoted in Japan as one of the most urgent national activities. It is true that the establishment of material facilities is necessary for this purpose, but it is more important to make a favorable personal impression on those who come to visit. In order to achieve this, there are three important requirements: kindness, courtesy, and cleanliness. If put into practice, these three qualities will prove to be powerful magnets to attract tourists, and they are without cost. The most basic requirement for the development of people with these qualities is true faith. Our movement is striving to help develop this faith in everyone. Eiko Newsletter 75, October 25th, 1950.
We will now have greetings from the President of the World Messianic Church of America, Reverend Marco Negrão.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Paradise on Earth celebration of the World Messianic Church of America, Biroco Association. Thank you for those who are attending in person, those who are attending online as well. And thank you for your continuous efforts towards our practices of faith, channeling Joré and receiving Joré as well, and guiding your relatives and friends to our movement. There is a teaching of Meishu Sama regarding paradise, which is paradise is a world of beauty. And I will have excerpts of this particular teaching, not the full teaching. Since ancient times, there have been numerous virtuous souls that have served their fellow human beings, but have been content to live in a square world. If forced by circumstances, it cannot be helped that these individuals experience stark privation. But when it is not necessary and such as austere life is led by choice, it is not a good thing. There have always been quite a number of religions who led ascetic lives as a means of self-discipline. They themselves believe this is commendable, as do their followers and admirers. Such thinking, however, is erroneous. Beauty, the most important element, is neglected in a life of truth and virtue. Without beauty is incomplete. In view of God's abundance, our foods, our houses, and our apparel should be as wholesome, attractive, and comfortable as circumstances permit. The inner life of each of us requires this because it is part of God's plan. Beauty is necessary to the soul, as it brings joy and a sense of wholeness, not only to yourself, but to all who come in contact with it. It can be called a kind of virtue. The higher a civilization is, the more conscious it should be of the value of and need for beauty. It is essential that everyone cultivate a greater sense of aesthetic values. By so doing, not only individuals, but nations as a whole will benefit. Making beauty and its expressions in the various phases of life one of a person's main goals is a contribution of immeasurable value toward the betterment of society, which will certainly serve as a means of furthering the realization of paradise on earth. Beautiful environments make for beautiful thoughts, helping to place a person's mind on a higher plane. This in turn reduces crime and other negative actions in society. I have with you here today this exquisite, very beautiful piece of art. And the person who donated to Meishu Sama is right here. Adriana, can you come here?
Oh, meu Deus, eu?
Yes, you.
Ok.
Surprise, I didn't prepare.
Não, adoro isso, improvisação.
Yes. Where did you get this?
I got that in the day of the birth of Meishu Sama in a little bookstore that's close to my house and is for my friends.
And so you came to that service and you gave this to Meishu Sama.
Yeah.
Did you know that this was kind of related to Meishu Sama?
I didn't have an idea about what is this. I just see and feel this is so beautiful, so poetic because mix art and poetry at the same time. And I feel this will be the perfect gift to Meishu Sama.
This is a Hiroshige Ando's. This is like a small book of the prints of the 53 stages So why I'm saying this to you? Because I was talking to Adriana yesterday. Adriana is an artist herself,
Yes.
a very accomplished artist. And because today we are talking also about art, and she gave to Meishi Sama, didn't know that this was related to Meishi Sama, and I will further elaborate on it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. As we hear some passages, Meishi Sama really wanted to acquire these wood block prints, and he asked for an art dealer if he would find the first print of these wood blocks from Hiroshige Ando. Then the next day, the art dealer came to Meishi Sama and said, I can't understand. For 40 years, I myself, as an art dealer, I've been searching for this. And you just mentioned, and now it became available. It's for you to acquire. And why this happened, Meishi Sama explained. Artists in the spiritual realm, also, they want to receive light, and knowing that Meishi Sama had that strong intention to make art available to the public, that he facilitated the artist himself, facilitated the process for that art to be in Meishi Sama's hands. So we are very happy to have this acquisition here for our future museum.
So,
And because we have this very significant art and light exhibition, I would like to ask Ms. Terry Sato to explain to us what's going on, and also to ask for your help and support. Please, Ms. Terry.
Thank you, Reverend Marco. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So this coming Saturday, the 13th, June 13th, so we're going to have Art and Light event, so long-awaited event for us. And on that day, we have made some rare original calligraphies. So we will display that right after this service. So I need your help to set it up. And also, on the previous night, Friday night, we have opening ceremony. And that's only for members. And we will really appreciate the beauty of the Mason calligraphies around here. And also, it's a combination of flower arrangement with the calligraphy. And on Saturday, the 13th, so we will also have performances, the dance performance, and also nature farm food talk, and also, of course, Sangek's presentation, and some part of music performance. And so you will enjoy that. So that's the place for members to come here and serve people. And we are trying to create community here. And we already invited all those guests. And one of the guests is our neighborhood, the Tibetan dancing group. Not dancing group, but it's a kind of educational Tibetan group. And they will come here and perform some music and dance and teach us how to do the Tibetan dance or music. I'm not sure exactly what they do, but we asked them to do that. So, and the most important things is you come here and serve and enjoy. And so your enjoyment will fulfill your heart and uplift your soul. And then your satisfaction and happiness will spread around you. You feel the air of your family and friends. And that will the energy and driving force to spread our life to the world. So everyone is invited to come and join us. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Terry. Minister Terry is an artist himself, and he composed a song is one of my favorites called Makoto. Makoto means love and sincerity, and I don't know if he's in his repertoire for that event, but I will ask him to play that one, because I myself, I will be encouraged to sing. But I will do one thing. If there are no guests around, I don't want to scare them. I sing. If there are only in-house members, Makoto, Makoto. It's really beautiful. I hope you can enjoy that. And talk about calligraphy that we are going to present. We have a new calligraphy I would like to show it to you. It's called Komyo Rakudo. And recently we've been receiving calligraphy such as Peace of Mind and Shinryu Mei, Paradise on Earth, Chijo Tengoku, and this is our new acquisition. These calligraphies will be also available at your local center, but you can, if you're a local here in New York, you can acquire these calligraphies at the Miroku shop. So we feel very blessed that we are receiving this new one calligraphy. Okay, Komyo Rakudo. Thank you, Simon. So the teaching today was talking about kindness and courtesy. Just a few passages about today's teaching. There is an easy way to tell how much your spiritual awareness has grown and to what degree your spiritual body has been purified. When you find yourself shunning conflict and becoming more courteous and kind, and this disposition is reflected in your attitude toward others, it is a sign that your spiritual awareness has been expanded. Herein lies the value of true faith. Those who have grown to this level will win the love and respect of others, impressing them as being living examples of their faith. And the number of such individuals increases to the point where moral principles are adhered to by society as a whole, the genuinely pleasant world will become a reality. Such a world can be called the true paradise on earth, and it is within our grasp. So we have a chance ourselves to practice kindness and courtesy when we commute, for instance, from home to work or school. This can be applied whether you drive or take a public transportation, because we see that there's sometimes so many conflicts going on for minor things just because this lack of kindness and courtesy. However, as Jorei members, we are also aware that channeling Jorei and guiding others is an effective way to practice kindness and courtesy. There is a catch to this. Mir Sama said adults, not small kids, adults that have experienced Jorei should ask when they want to receive it. Although we may offer Jorei here and there, like expressing this kind of kindness, when people ask for it, the light is stronger and more intense. It is like bowing our heads in a humble attitude. Please, give me Jorei. In his household, when family members would say to Meishu-sama, I have a pain here and there, and Meishu-sama would simply say, oh, really? Oh, I see. But Meishu-sama waited for them to ask for Jorei. Although it sounded cold and insensitive, because by asking again, the Jorei would be more effective. Of course, we don't have to be strict and shoujo about this advice, but as a general rule of thumb, it is good to think about that. There may be times when we can wait for people to ask for Jorei instead of us offering it right away. There is this kind of situation. Now, regarding this Paradise on Earth celebration, there is this significance, why we celebrate, why it is so relevant to us. We have this book called Meishu Sama, The Life and Mission of Mokichi Okada, which is the condensed version of a much larger publication called Light from the East. This Light from the East is the full biography of Meishu Sama in 2 volumes. It's complete biography since birth until his transition. So this condensed version is also very interesting because we can quickly grasp many important aspects of Meishu Sama's life. So in one of the passages was talking about when Meishu Sama climbed the mountain and received his revelation. It goes like this. In the 1920s, Meishu Sama had become fond of climbing mountains and visiting hot springs with his wife. It also helped him to forget his concerns over business affairs. But now in June 1931, Meishu Sama received inner instructions to climb Mount Nokogiri, a steep mountain not far from Tokyo, and to visit the Nihonji temple at the foot of the mountain. He was to fulfill a very important mission. So these inner instructions, right? Meishu Sama had that, I think that's the message I'm getting, that I should climb that mountain. On June 14th, therefore, he and his wife made a trip to the mountain, accompanied by 28 followers. The party passed the night at the Nihonji temple. And regarding that temple itself, Meishu Sama felt there was something very relevant because Nihonji temple means temple Nihon, temple of Japan. Nihon means the rising of the sun. So there is no such other temple in Japan named like that. That's special. The next morning at about 3 o'clock, the group resumed the climb and in an hour reached the summit just as dawn was breaking. The morning light gradually revealed the beautiful scenery around them. The eastern sky rapidly began to glow, giving a bank of clouds a tint of gold. Morning mist lifted slowly and the tops of far and near mountains stuck out of a sea of milky clouds like islands in the ocean. Amid this hushed grandeur, Meishu Sama and his followers faced the rising sun and chanted the ancient Japanese prayer, the Amatsu no Rito, which is the prayer of heaven, in unison. At that moment, that particular moment, the mantle of divine inspiration descended upon Meishu Sama. He observed that at that very instant, on June 15, 1931, the daylight age was beginning to dawn in the spiritual realm after a period of 3,000 years of darkness, or semi-darkness, the age of night. Why darkness or semi-darkness? Because in the age of darkness, it was reigned by the energy of the moon. Like in the moon has 4 cycles, right? New moon, crescent moon, full moon. So during these 3,000 years, there were periods when there was like the full moon kind of energy, so people could see things at some level, but nothing compared when you have a bright day that you can see everything when compared with even a night of a full moon, right? So that's the transition. Now that the clouds around the mountain disappeared and the blue carpet of ocean far below, dotted with several small boats, was visible. Meishu Sama and his followers stood there in silence for a while, fascinated by the mystery of this divine revelation, as well as the magnificent beauty of the surrounding landscape. This revelation, returning from night to day, was taught by Meishu Sama to all his followers, and it is an important truth and teaching of his spiritual group. Without a thorough understanding of this concept, a true appreciation of the mission of our church and the power of Jorei cannot be realized. Thus, the dawning of the daylight began. Since then, the world has progressed further and further into it, the age of health, peace, and prosperity. So every year, on this important day, June 15th, then we believe the light gets stronger and is stronger. The earthly paradise is now being realized. Accordingly, all incorrect thoughts or deeds, all things are being exposed to the light. As this world, hitherto opaque, becomes more transparent, negativity will soon have no dark corner in which to hide. So Mircea said, with this kind of light, everything gets exposed, no matter what. Anything cannot be hidden anymore. So something mysterious happened when you made Samadhi Diamat no Dito on the top of the mountain. He said, something mysterious happened. So that was the part of the revelation. So he felt, what he felt was this transition. But the following days after the revelation, Mircea Sama had to confirm that what he felt was real. And this is so very true for our own lives. Many times, so we have a certain gut feeling. We have a certain intuition that we should do this or that. But is this just my thought? Or is really it's like God and Mircea Sama talk, no, do this kind of thing. So when we have a confirmation, then we can be sure, so what I felt, it is right. And Mircea Sama did that. So the days after going on the top of the mountain, several events made him realize, no, that's definitely the truth. The transition occurred. The next, I will share something. I ask for your patience because I shared with this several times, but there are some people, especially those online, that may be hearing this for the first time. But I want to make a point later on. So this is regarding these atheists that I presented Ohikari in Newark, okay? So when I was serving in Newark about 10 years ago, the husband of a Jorei member who considers himself an atheist and blindly believes in science came to talk to me. Minister, I urgently need to receive the Ohikari. By that time I had known him for over a year or so. So I asked, what's the rush? My father's spirit has come and possessed itself into my wife. I have no doubt that it was him. He called me by my childhood nickname, a name that my wife has never been aware of, so he couldn't deny. He continued, my father's spirit, using my wife's body, took her Ohikari from the box and put it around my neck. I instantly got the message. Then he asked me, but minister, I'm an atheist. Can I still become a member? I replied, of course you can. By receiving this sacred Ohikari, your commitment will be to help people in distress from the bottom of your heart and channel Jorei to them. With this commitment, I authorize you certainly to receive the Ohikari. And I continued, I truly believe that with this sincere effort, you will gradually feel the presence of God and the divine manifestations in your life. So it's a gradual. The more you practice, more God will be revealing Himself on your life. He indeed made the commitment to regularly channel Jorei and was permitted to receive the Ohikari. Nonetheless, in our meeting, I expressed to him that he was the phoniest atheist that I have ever met. And why is that? Because even better than many members, he participated in and performed some of our basic practices of faith. When he attended services, he dressed respectfully and unfailingly received Jorei when he came to the center. And although he said he didn't appreciate formalities such as the religious ceremonies, he even once asked me, "Oh, minister, my wife and I are going to travel, so could you pray with us at the altar for protection?" And on occasions, when they didn't make a donation when they came to the center, when they just came and arrived, before leaving, he would say, "Oh, honey, we can't leave without making our donation first." So I thought, what kind of atheist is that, right? Although he was obsessed with not accepting the existence of God, he acknowledged that the spiritual world was an indisputable reality. There was another occurrence when his current wife, incorporated the spirit of his deceased first wife. So again, there was the many experiences that confirmed to him that the existence of the spiritual world, and he had no way to explain that to his scientist friends of what he really felt, right? He had no words to do that. And 3 months after he received the Ohikari, happened that I shared the following story, also that you have heard from me several times, I believe. There was this, in the womb of a mother were 2 babies. One asked the other, "Oh, do you believe in life after delivery?" The other replied, "Oh, of course, there must be something after delivery. Maybe we are here to prepare for what comes later." "Oh, nonsense," said the first. "What kind of life would that be?" The second said, "I don't know, but there will be abundant light, more than here. Maybe we can walk with our own legs and eat with our own mouths. Maybe we will have other senses that we cannot understand now." The first countered, "Oh, that's absurd. The umbilical cord provides us with nutrition and everything else we need. The umbilical cord is too short, so life after delivery is out of question." The second insisted, "Well, I think there is something, and maybe it is different from what is here. Maybe we don't need this physical tube anymore." The first said, "Oh, nonsense, and besides, if there really is life after delivery, then why has no one ever come back from there?" It's a good question, right? "Well, I don't know," said the second, "but surely we will find Mom, and she will take care of us." The first replied, "Mom? Do you really believe in Mom? Oh, this is ridiculous. If Mom exists, then where is she now?" The second said, "Oh, she's all around us. We are surrounded by her. We are hers. It is in her that we live. Without her, this world would not be and could not exist." The first said, "Well, I can't see her, so it exist." To which the second replied, "Well, sometimes when you are quiet, if you're focused and really listen, you may feel her presence and hear her loving voice." That was the way a Hungarian writer explained about the existence of God. So I always felt that fascinating. And after the service, the atheist member came to me and feeling quite emotional said, "Well, minister, look, people tried to sell me snake oil many times, trying to convince me of the existence of God, and they could never convince me. But after the story you just shared, I'm seriously thinking about it." Yeah, good for you. And why I share this again, right? What happened when a woman is pregnant? The baby is inside, so technically it is not recognized after the baby is delivered that there is documentation, right? So that's when there is the recognition. And why then, again, I shared this story. Last week, we had ministerial exams here. The 10 candidates, they were advanced lay leaders, so they took the exams and official announcement, all passed. Congratulations. But unlike the story with the babies, these new ministers will only be recognized as such when they are properly documented. That is, when they receive their certificate of ordination and the communal sacred focal point. Taking this decisive step means more commitment on their part. Consequently, we are looking forward towards a great expansion where we have centers as well as in the outlying areas where we have Jorei groups. Who they are. So I will say their names in alphabetical order, okay? Alison Sweeney Takahara from Los Angeles, California. Ana Carolina de Castro Cabral from Montreal, Canada. Claudette Kazumi Goldi from Fort Myers, Florida. Deborah Regina de Moraes Francisco from Chicago, Illinois. Delva Leal Ludger from Rochester, Minnesota. Fernanda Almeida Ward from Dallas, Texas. Luis Felipe Coqui da Mota from Orlando, Florida. Simone Marques Pimenta Cândido from New York City. Dalita Pilar Partizani de Souza from Westboro, Massachusetts. And finally, Tiago Silva Correa from Atlanta, Georgia. Congratulations again. And last but not least, one announcement to make. We are maximizing our resources, and in order to live within our means, we are putting the offices. We have here in the headquarters kind of two sessions, so we are putting the offices part of our headquarters to rent. We are also going to close some days of the week as we are pursuing to visit your homes more often and to have Jorei gatherings. In such occasions, it is a good opportunity for you to invite family and friends to experience the wonders of the sacred Jorei. Okay, thank you again for today's service, participation, and I wish a wonderful month celebrating Paradise on Earth and success in the engagement of our practice of faith. Thank you very much.
This concludes our Paradise on Earth service. Thank you very much for joining us. We wish you a blessed day.